The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar
yes,
Radio.
I
Yo, special guest up in the building, back in the building in person this time. Stonebwoy, on the Radar.
What's up, y'all?
Legend in the building.
Big respect, you know?
Respect, my brother. I'm so happy to have you here, right?
True.
It's funny thinking about where we were when we did a Zoom interview two years ago.
You're right.
Such a weird time because we coordinating like the time in Africa and the time in America, and then now we finally here, man.
Trust me, it's actually like 5 hours ahead of your time over here right now, you know? So it's crazy. 2 years ago, pandemic was all over the place, right? We couldn't even think straight, but I was trying. We were still doing what we got to do. We still made sure we linked up and then did some talking, right?
You know what's crazy is like even since when we met, the expansion of the genre and how the expansion of the genre, going from then to looking how it was here in America, right? It was always big over there, but here in America, it was like it was just bubbling. And then I feel like once summer 2021 hit and everybody, at least over here, was back outside, that's when I feel like it just smashed.
blew. Definitely, man. It's supposed to happen, you feel me? It's been happening in different generations and in different times, you know what I mean? And it's only gonna get crazier than now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trust me.
Do you ever see like online, like it's funny because I see like a lot of people on Twitter and like they be calling Afrobeats like the new pop.
It's however they wanna say or think about it, it's beautiful. As far as I'm concerned, because we have been living with our music from years, hundreds and thousands of years, you know what I mean? So if the structure and the system up in the West is going to give it a different name so they can consume it, what matters most is the consumption.
Right. And even getting to like perform over here, you did a couple shows out here in New York recently too. Like, what is it like even when, you know, you perform, because you performed here before in the past,
Definitely.
Right? Compared to before the pandemic, right? Because obviously that was probably the last time you was out here, to now and witnessing the crowd, like what have you noticed has changed?
I mean, what has improved, is that you see a lot more cross-section of fans who are, you know, enjoying the music more now, you know, as it would have been like more of only an African crowd from like 2-3 from the times I've been performing over here. I remember when I did my first headline over here, it was 2016. You know, you would see, you know, but you know, the number has increased now. It's getting into different areas, like from people who love R&B, who love hip hop, who love other genres of music are appreciating the sounds from Africa now. Right. You know what I mean? So the numbers are increasing and it's getting more beautiful. That's what music is supposed to be about anyway.
Right. Shit, I'm a Puerto Rican kid from Queens, and I love what y'all been doing, man.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, like, shout out GQ in the building. GQ's really been the bridge for a lot of what we done here at On the Radar. So I got to always give him his flowers.
Big respect,
artists big and small,
you know
from
what
Africa
I mean?
Here. But I love being able to, it's like how you said, like, you see the difference of people who are consuming the music now, and even like, especially here in the summertime when these parties are most prevalent, these Afrobeat parties are its most prevalent, you see the different type of people who are at these parties now, and it's beautiful to see everybody enjoying this type of music together.
And you see, we most often we'll talk about it without realizing that there's definitely forces behind it to get it to where it is right now.
Of course.
There's financial force, there's intentional human capacity that's made it where it is now. Because, you know, you just give shout outs to GQ, who's a complete African, you know, from Ghana. So I think a lot of people have been playing their different roles. Even the labels right now are jumping in and all of that. So I think it just dawned on me right now, like, most often we'll talk about how the music has crossed, and we don't zoom in into the factors that made it possible.
Yeah.
Which would be the individual sacrifices of a lot of artists themselves, and then the people behind it, the management, the teams, you know, who have been able to make it appealing to the institutions out here who are now putting us on, platforms like yours. Platforms that were not available to us before are being availed to us right now, so we can continue to spread the word. So I'm just putting that in there so that we all acknowledge,
right?
360, the force behind it. That's why I said it's gonna get more crazier, because it's getting established, like reggae music, like dancehall music, So just watch out. Afrobeats, it's actually the umbrella under which everything falls. Every music of black origin, once you can relate, you're gonna feel it.
Right, and it's interesting that you mentioned dancehall, because I feel like that was such a strong point of our conversation on Zoom when I was like watching the interview back a couple days ago. I'm like, we were really talking about, because we had just recently come out of that era where everybody was hopping on a dancehall beat. Everybody was hip hop too.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody, Drake had his dancehall records and whatnot. And then now you see again the shift, right? Where there are hip hop artists hopping on
that's what it
Afrobeats, or there's even like, it's funny because here in New York we have like artists doing Afro-drill beats, and it's just like, and like you said, it's like an expansion of the genre and the influence behind it too.
Music is like water; it's got to flow. It doesn't have barriers. It's dynamic. Whether you cap it in a bottle, whether you pour it in the air, however it is, it has to flow. So when these things are happening, it gives me a lot of joy, and I do not want to actually speak on differences about it. I want to speak on the uniqueness and the dynamics, the beauty of it. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes for me. Like the Afro-drill, it's sweet. You know what I mean? Like jamming to an Afro-drill is like, taking into consideration the African population, and then the foreigners over here who love hip hop or who love drill. So you're then merging them together, which I think is a tactical move, for that style. And the same thing is going on with the Afrobeats as well, where we're blending all different styles together and mashing it up together, and it's just amazing. We're in beautiful times right now, And
then we get folks like you getting to go to the Grammys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, we give thanks, you know what I mean? Like, all I got to say is that, listen, we've been coming in and out of these places. I mean, I won my BET's Best International Artist Africa in 2015. That's like 8 years ago. So I'm saying it's just gonna get louder and louder and louder, and the world, or the institutions that are responsible for popularizing or establishing these type and styles of musical genres, are now realizing that there is a huge, or there's a continent behind this movement. So business-wise, it makes sense.
Yeah,
you have to tap in.
Right.
That's why doors like the Grammy doors, etc., are opening onto us.
Yeah, it was funny because on another show that I do, we had this whole conversation about how with the Grammys, it's like, okay, Grammys has always had like the best international X, Y, and Z, right? But even now in the sense of like, with Afrobeats becoming so popular, and even like, if you look at the Latin world with like reggaeton and what Bad Bunny's doing over there, it's like these are two very prime examples of how you can't just box someone like yourself or someone like a Bad Bunny into just international categories. Like these categories deserve their own things in and of themselves. You can't just call it best urban Latino or best, international. And like, okay, Bad Bunny wins this and you win that. Because there's so many other people from Africa who make different types of music than Afrobeats, and same vice versa for the Latin world too. Exactly.
It's right. I think sooner or later we're gonna be having, especially the Grammys, African Grammys, I'm sure.
African Grammys.
Yeah, no time. I'm sure, I'm definitely positive it's gonna happen. If I know the president and I know the CEOs, they are good friends of mine, so I can understand their thoughts, and the way they're connecting with the motherland. It's very beautiful, and that's what we want, because it gives us avenues to expand the music, the culture, to bring it together. In the end, Grammy is a really well-respected, platform, extending it to all parts of the world is just the best way, because then that prestigious platform is going to be connecting with, the sounds from the motherland, and then it's just going to expand for them and get it stronger and bigger.
Right.
Like you said, we cannot be boxed in between, like, you pick someone like a Bad Bunny and you pick a Stonebwoy, put them together. You know what I mean? Like it's good musically, but on the awards platform, there are gonna be some dynamics.
Right, because it's just like
that has to be considered.
I think if you look at like the Latin world, like a good example is like when they'll put like a Bad Bunny against someone else who doesn't make the same music as Bad Bunny.
That's what I'm saying.
How can you compare? Or if you take like a Stonebwoy and you put him against somebody else from Africa who doesn't make the traditional sense of Afrobeats, it's like why are we comparing these two artists if they're not even in the same realm of existence?
Exactly. You're right.
So hopefully we'll get, that's at least my hope that down the line is that, you know, as we expand as in music and as, you know, that river flows that you're talking about, it's like, okay, now we'll actually get like the representation, we'll get to expand further and then, you know, different categories can be created so we can like all be represented properly.
Exactly. You know, most importantly, the award schemes and everything that is an award depends on the music to thrive, you know, so it's more important to me how the music gets across the world more than how the award gets to the musician.
Right.
Yeah.
So what type of space you been in lately when it comes to music? Because it's been a couple years since the album. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Are we getting ready for a new project finally?
Yeah, man. We have it on the way. We're going to drop my 5th studio album, and it's going to be a mad one as well. It's going to be a proper representation of everything that I stand for, which is global, you know, like coming from Africa, coming from Ghana, having been influenced by the sounds that capture my heart, which would be African music, going all the way into reggae and dancehall and R&B and etc. I've shown such dexterities on my next body of works again, you know what I mean? And it's going to be crazy. Like between 2020 and 2023, I've been working on this project, and then God being so good, like I said, there's a need for expansion. So Def Jam and my label, Bernita Music Group, and then Def Jam came together to push this project to the world. And so it's been an amazing journey so far. Like prepping the grounds for the works has been an amazing journey so far. And I want the people to look out for that one. It's going to be mad. Y'all check out Stonebwoy. Trust me, you're up for some good treat. I'm not even kidding, my brothers. Y'all need to hear this one. This is a cocktail. Nah, no cocktail. This is a lion tail of, you know, African music, reggae, and dancehall. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
When we getting it?
You're getting it only when you subscribe to my page and get it. Okay? Like on the YouTube, Stonebwoy, on the Spotify, Stonebwoy, on the Instagrams and whatnot, STONEBWOY. You'll get it. All right? I'm just kidding. It's coming pretty soon, probably in a few weeks. You know, but we've dropped Therapy, if you heard. I love the way you lie to me. That shit feel like therapy. Yeah, that was a song off it. And then the one I just did. Send me who I'm in die. La 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 la. It's on the album as well. And I've got some crazy collaborations on there. You know, like, look out. Look out.
And we just celebrated your birthday, right?
Exactly.
Happy belated birthday, brother.
Thank you. It's still my birthday, the whole month.
The whole month?
The whole month.
The whole month is your birthday. So aside from this album, what else do we have in store from Stonebwoy?
Yes, I mean, musically, we're definitely, the music is about the shows, the merch, the streams, the numbers, the tours, the connects, the outreaches, you know, so that definitely is packed, and we're unfolding it one by one, and that's why I'm sitting right here with you on the radar. Blessings. So many more of this one. On the entrepreneurial side, I keep my business to myself. You know what I mean? That's it. The lands are being bought, the estates are building, you know. Couple things. On the philanthropic side, the Livingstone Foundation is still up and kicking, supporting and, you know, my community, and I'm doing the most we can advocacy-wise, etc. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing still. And I've got like 2 primary events that are my own signature events that I've been running for almost 10 years for one. 10 years both. One is a charity one that's called Ashaiman to the World. Because just like you come from Queens, right?
Yeah.
I come from Ashaiman. That's a city in Accra, the capital of Ghana. It's one of the toughest cities to come out from. When you come from Ashaiman, you're a tough guy. And I am the president of Ashaiman, you know the vibes. President of Beam Nation, same way. So we have the Beam concert every December. This concert actually, you know, connects Ghana and Jamaica. But to an extent, it's a representation of Africa and be Caribbean, because I understand my roots, I read my roots, and I'm honoring my legends, those who have preached the vibe of unity. And so with a talent and a gift that I have, like music, I always want to bridge it. So I always make sure every year we have like a huge concert that brings a Jamaican top artist, and then we combine that style and keep, you know, serving the world with some beautiful music. So these are the things that are going to be going on in 2023. Family-wise, shout out to my 2 beautiful kids, Jaja and my daughter and my beautiful wife. I touched base on everything, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Well, look, man, it's been beautiful to have you. It's been beautiful to have you here. Thank you for blessing us with that incredible performance. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad to see you're doing well. I'm so glad to see you're pushing the culture forward, pushing the music forward.
Absolutely.
New album on the way, but you're only getting it if you subscribe to his YouTube page. So make sure you go subscribe.
Make sure you do. Make sure you do.
Make sure you go subscribe. Make sure you go follow him. He already said his gram. He already did my job for me. Normally I ask at the end where to follow you at, but he already did that. So make sure you go follow his gram. Go run up that On the Radar performance out now. Go follow him. Go show him some love. Go show him some support.
Right.
Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, Stonebwoy in the building. Ghana
Big respect,
building.
you know, from Ghana to the world. Shout out to all of my Ghana people, all of my Nigerian people, all of my Africans. Stay strong, stand strong, be firm. Don't give up. Beep.
Boom. On the Radar. We out.
All right.